Hey, what's up, millionaires? What's up, go-getters? Yeah, that's my new tagline. I've been thinking about a new tagline, guys, as to what am I gonna call my you viewers, but maybe I should just say millionaires. But it's not final yet. I'm still think about something else. So today's topic, guys, is so interesting because it's just things that I went through, and someone went through something recently, and I just want to share with you guys. It's a bit funny, but I'm gonna try to hold some composure and record this video with you guys and hopefully give you a tip so that you can relate to yourself and hopefully not repeat the mistakes that you hear from me, guys. Because here we are here basically to share stories, yes, but also hoping that you listen and you relate to this and you avoid the mistakes. You know what I mean? I wish growing up I had someone who can show me some things before I went through it. Yes, pain is the best teacher, but sometimes it's better just to see something, know that that's wrong, and don't do it at all, guys. So, on today's topic, guys, cheap is no good. Cheap is no good, guys. So, what do I mean by cheap is no good, guys? Now, let me put a scenario of something that happened, guys. I have a friend, he was buying a plasma, a TV, and I said to him, you can't even pronounce that brand on that TV. Yeah, it's 1.5 rands versus that 4.5 thousand rand plasma, but I said to him, it's just not worth it, guys. You rather not have a TV for the next 2 months saving so that you can buy the Samsung TV and you can risk and you cannot risk having a TV that's just gonna black out on you guys. So that's what happened. That 𝐒𝐿𝐿 TV toasted out, guys. Now I'm not saying things from China are no good. Right? Mind you, a lot of good brands are from China, but there's something about certain brands, guys, because there's levels to this, there's protocols in this, there's culture in this. Some of these companies do not play with their brands and do not play with their products, guys. That can be your Samsungs, your LGs, your Russell Hopes, that can be your iPhones, your Apples. Certain brands, it's not because we keep buying them because we are rich. It's simply because we know that the manufacturing, the testing phase, the life cycle of that product is scrutinized to the core, guys. No iPhone leaves the deck without being tested the proper way, guys. And that is why iPhone users like iPhones. Others like it simply for the camera. But I guess that's part of the product being good, guys. And people believe in it to the point where guys put the Apple sticker on their cars. I'm sure you've seen it, guys. That is not by accident, guys. This is when you make sure you got a product that's good, that's crazy tasted, that's what it's supposed to be. The people love it, and they start doing crazy things like sticking your company's logo on their cars, guys. Simple as that, guys. So basically, being cheap, guys, is very risky. Getting a cheap girl, even getting a cheap car on discount, getting that cheap plasma, getting that cheap item, all because you are looking at the sale or you want the thing right now. You could have waited 3-4 months later, but you decided to go on with that cheap thing, guys. So when that cheap thing dies, now not only do you have to buy that item again, but now you've lost money because you had to purchase that cheap thing, right? So now you've lost money, and now that you've learned your lesson, you will buy the expensive thing, guys. So there's a difference between buying expensive things because you like losing your money, but someone with common sense buys expensive things because of the quality of the product, guys. So learn how to be patient, guys. I'm sure I have a video somewhere about being patient. If I'm not, I'm going to find one. But get yourself the product that is valuable, guys. In no hands down, guys, we already know that Samsung is the top dog when it comes to TVs, guys. The material they use, the testing of the product, they make sure that every Samsung that leaves that line has been tested to the core, guys. So confident they are, they could even just put 10-year guarantee. on that item, guys. That is not by accident, guys. These companies do not guarantee you 100,000 kilometers on your car or 5-year guarantee on your fridge because they are bored, guys, by accident. That's because they have done the testing so good that it reassures them that, listen, this car, if you service it right, you drive it right, it will do 50 to 100 kilometers, 1,000 easily. If you use this fridge right, plug it, unplug it when you're supposed to, know the procedures, close the doors properly, let the fridge run properly, that fridge will last 5 years easy. If you're watching the TV properly, you got a power surge adapter somewhere, you simply using the remote to switch your TV on and off, or you setting your timer for it to sleep when it's supposed to, that Samsung TV will last 5 to 10 years easy, guys. And the manufacturers know that simply because they've tested the item, guys. So with that being said, do not being cheap, guys. I used to be cheap. I used to love buying cheap things, having the feel that I'm saving money, guys, especially on second-hand phones at the time. Always thinking the second-hand item is cheaper and it does the job. The problems, guys, always start late. They don't start immediately. This is the same thing. Maybe now I can talk about women, guys. The cheap woman, she may be good in bed. She may give you that ass very quickly. She may jump whenever you snap your fingers. That's that cheap girl doesn't have a good job. You just snap your fingers, she does whatever. And you end up impregnating that girl. Versus the girl who's working, who's a bit uptight, wants you to chase after her for a while. She's chasing that degree. In the long run, guys, the girl who is not of much value will always be a drinker, a clubber, won't take care of the kid much, and the chance of her making money that bypasses yours or even quarter of what you make is very slim, guys. So you decide to be cheap on your baby moms, and the repercussions for that, guys, are 20, 30, 40, 50 years in the future, guys. Versus the woman that you should have chased for 8 months, felt bad about it, but she was eventually yours, and that's the woman who's most likely going to make more than you, guys. And all of a sudden, you'd feel better because you know that your baby moms can take care of the kid with or without you, guys. And you'll be able to sleep at night, believe me. So I'm not saying human beings are cheap, but in this case of use value, they are just some less valued people than others, guys. So don't be cheap in that department too. Learn how to go for quality, guys. Whether you're buying a TV, whether you're buying a car, just stick to quality, guys. I'm not a fan of buying cars on credit, guys. Now you're caught up with that 5-year installment. The bank is taking 10, 15 grand every month for the next 5 years. That nonsense is crazy, guys. But it does come with a cheaper peace of mind because of that guaranteed 100,000 kilometers a year. And for that reason, I would buy a car through a bank simply because it's new, off the lot. But obviously, in my case, I'm trying to make sure that I afford that car, guys. I'm not using half of my salary or 80% of my salary in a car, guys. That wouldn't make sense. If I'm taking a car off the lot through the bank, that's simply because out of that 50 grand I'm making, that car is taking nothing more than 9 grand, guys. That means I'm living off 39k and my car takes 9k. That I can do, guys. In a situation like that, I would go to the bank and get a new car, guys. Because I'm telling you right now, these second-hand things, you always feel like you are saving, but the repercussions are crazy in the long run, guys. In the long run. Now you're chasing after mechanics. You are looking for your dealer. They faked the advert. They told you the car was less than 100,000 kilometers. That car was clocked back. It's doing a good 160, a whole 60,000 mileage, guys. You don't even know about that because you wanted to be cheap. You looked at the 500,000 rand car versus the 150,000 rand car, and you said to yourself, "Ooh, I'm gonna be saving 350. I'm gonna be saving 350." but the problems are going to drive you crazy on that old car, guys. So stay away from secondhand things, guys. Stay away from less valuable things. This includes human beings, people that don't have their act together, guys. Stay with people of quality, people who save money, people who talk about the future, guys. People who don't just drink every day. You know what I mean? So be wise, guys. Be wise. In this video, I just want to say, like my friend who bought a cheap TV and that thing died like I knew it was going to be, versus him waiting a little bit longer, saving more money and getting the Samsung that's guaranteed because it's brand new. He didn't. Now he lost the TV, lost his money. You know, the other guy who sold it to him it was not guaranteed. So he's also protecting himself. He tested that TV in that shop. The TV was working, and he took the TV he paid, and to protect himself, he doesn't know what my friend might have done to the TV. I just know because I've been with him. So he's not going to refund him. You were gone for more than 2 months. You can come back to me and say your TV is not working. The TV was working when you left with it. So work with guarantees, guys. Work with guarantees. I'm telling you, I've always been cheap. I'm talking from experience, not just because my friend went through it. Cheap things come with heavy stress in the future, guys. I was never a long-term thinker those days. But right now, if it means waiting a little bit longer to get that microwave, to get that plasma, to get the washing machine, to get the car, wait a little bit longer, get it at first hand or brand new with good terms and conditions on it, preferably a guarantee, and purchase it, guys. Because we work so hard for this money, so you don't want to find yourself being so stressful about an item that you can't take back to wherever you bought it, guys. And there's a lot of scammers these days. So sometimes it's good working with the bank, guys. And there's nothing better than brand new, guys. You will feel like you're losing a lot of money when you should have saved so much, but the stress, being stress-free is priceless, guys. Very priceless. So that's it about this video, guys. Stay away from cheap things. If you need to buy something new and you don't have the money, wait a little bit longer, get the money, buy the new thing, take that guarantee, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the paperwork and the guaranteeness of the item that guarantees you the stress-free. You know, there's nothing so nice like an iron dying and you can take it back to the shop and they give you a new iron and you're good. You know, so stay away from cheap things, guys. They are going to stress you crazy. I've been there, and I don't want you to go through that, guys. Buy it brand new. Buy it brand new. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.